This time last year, he had one career college start under his belt. Today, Kevin Davidson is one of the newest members of the Cleveland Browns after signing his first NFL contract. Kevin, first off, congratulations. Walk us through what I have to imagine was a pretty eventful Saturday with day 3 of the NFL draft and then signing later that evening.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me, Cody. It was an eventful day, as you said. It was the 4th through 7th round, and my agent said I could go somewhere between the 6th, 7th, and then obviously enter free agency. So a lot of unknowns. You don't really know how the draft's going to go. It's all dependent on the pick before. But ended up in a great situation and really happy to be a part of the Browns.
Kevin Davidson joining us from his home in California. This is Tide Talks presented by RWJ Barnabas Health, proud to be the official healthcare system of Princeton Athletics. Of course, Kevin, you're not the only former Tiger on the Browns roster. Stephen Carlson, who graduated a year ago, signed last year as a free agent, caught a touchdown pass as a rookie. And I know it's a new organization and a lot of staff turnover, a new coaching staff, but how much conversation have you had with Stephen Carlson about the process, and what has he been able to tell you about playing in Cleveland and playing for the Browns?
Yeah, right after I signed to be a part of the Browns, I texted him, and we've had great conversation ever since. And we're both excited for the new staff with Coach Stefanski and the new general manager Andrew Berry. We think it's heading in a great direction, and everyone is very excited. I actually got to talk with J.C. Treader, who went to Cornell and has been a veteran in the league for I think about 8 years now, and he's a starting center for the Browns. And he actually is the president of the NFLPA, which is the players union for the NFL. So really stand-up guy, and he also had great feedback with the new staff, and everyone's excited for the new direction.
How is everything that's been going on nationally with COVID-19, how did that impact your draft preparation and the whole process? Because I have to imagine there's not really a blueprint for a season like this if you're someone in your shoes trying to land with an NFL team.
Yeah, I think it's affecting everyone, and everyone's just trying to adjust the best way they can and adapt. And obviously, I still got to play in the Shrine game down in Florida and got to go to the Combine, so that was a blessing, and then have my pro day. But as far as rookie days and local days, in my case, it would have been the Bay Area teams as well as the Jets, the Giants, and the Eagles. So a lot of opportunities that were left on the table, and it's definitely hurt some people more than others, including some of my teammates, which is really unfortunate because they're great players and not having the opportunity. But yeah, it's affected everyone, including all the coaches. Are like, we don't know how this is going to go. Just try to learn the playbook as best as possible, and we'll get moving when we can.
What was your experience like down at the Shrine game?
It was pretty fantastic. It was the first opportunity to be around, the big boys. There's guys from LSU, Clemson, all the big Power 5 schools, and that was something that I've always dreamed of playing in. I've watched the Senior Bowl and the Shrine game since I was little, and definitely a dream come true.
And of course, you signed your first NFL contract on Saturday, but about 24 hours before that Friday, you turned in your thesis, obviously a project that you've been working on for the better part of the last year, and your thesis was on another Princeton graduate.
Yeah, it was on General David Petraeus, who went to grad school at Princeton after he spent some time, or he went to undergrad at West Point and then went to Georgetown for grad school. And it was unbelievable experience. I actually got to correspond with him personally over email. We were supposed to get together for dinner after the thesis was due, but obviously coronavirus has impacted that. But just a fantastic research opportunity. I started last summer with my advisor, just trying to understand how David Petraeus became the famous David Petraeus that we all know, and his leadership journey, who his mentors were, and then I highlighted a case study of his experience in a town called Mosul, which is in northern Iraq, which he had a lot of success in 2003.
Kevin Davidson, Princeton quarterback and one of the newest members of the Cleveland Browns, joining us from the comfort of home in California, presented by Conway Comfort Heating and Cooling. I know there's still a lot of uncertainty as far as what's going to happen with the season and when team facilities will reopen. What's up next for you?
Just training. after the draft, I literally got to work that night and enjoyed, a nice steak dinner with my family. But after that, it was, get ready for the opportunity. We don't know when it's going to happen, but everyone kind of figures you're going to get a call one day and stuff's going to open up and you're going to be flying out to the facility. So you have to be ready, be prepared. And I'm just really, really excited to get to Cleveland.
What's your advice for a younger player going through the same situation? Because you look at where you've come from. You came in, you were a pretty highly touted recruit, and you come in and you have Chad Knopf, and then you have John Lovett, two guys who have been on NFL rosters and started professional games. You didn't really get your opportunity until your fourth year on Princeton's campus. There's a lot of other guys playing college football that are in a similar spot. What's your message to them?
Just be patient and be prepared when your name's called. That's kind of what happened to me my junior year when John had wrist surgery, and the coaches didn't know if he was going to be able to start that week. So I wasn't really informed until later in the week that I would be getting the opportunity to start, and I didn't really have to change much. That's something that's come up with these NFL coaches too, as they try to understand my journey. And I would just tell them I'm always prepared when my name's called, and you got to prepare like you're the starter no matter what opportunity you're being given.
Kevin, once again, congratulations. All of us at Princeton obviously thrilled for you, and best of luck as you begin what we hope is a nice long NFL career.
Thank you so much, Cody.